How to protect your credit card information. Hi, everyone. Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Question I got just the other day. As a recent victim of identity theft, I'm struggling to install preventative and defensive measures. Assuming my credit card info was stolen somewhere, either at a point of sale or at an online sale, what should I be doing to lock down my credit card numbers in the future? So, I've fortunately never been the victim of actual identity theft, knock on wood. I've definitely had a credit card compromised a time or two, though, over the years. It's frustrating, a little scary, and in one case, it was extra inconvenient as I happened to be traveling when it happened. There are some aspects of transaction technology that have changed in recent years, making credit card use safer than ever, if you take advantage of those changes. Now, throughout this video, I'll be referring to credit cards, but most of what I'm talking about will apply equally to debit cards. The difference is that credit cards generally include some level of protection provided by the credit card company. If your card is stolen, for example, you're generally not responsible for purchases made thereafter, as long as you report the theft quickly. Similarly, if you have a dispute with someone you've paid via credit card, you can often challenge the charge with the credit card company. Their extra leverage can often expedite a solution. Credit cards also accumulate debt, which you then pay monthly or over time. Debit cards, on the other hand, they're best thought of as a direct line right into your bank account. Now, while some banks do offer some level of credit card-like protection, most do not. Once money is transferred by using a debit card, it's gone. Debit card transactions are pretty close to immediate withdrawals from your bank account. So they look similar. They can usually be used interchangeably and both use the same payment networks. But the differences are important to understand. All right, let's talk about paying in person. If you're paying at the grocery store, the coffee shop, or some other place where you're physically present, there are some choices you can make now that will keep your information much more secure. Use Tap to Pay, contactless, whenever possible. This is where you literally tap or wave your contactless-enabled credit card over a contactless reader to pay. That generates a one-time code instead of transmitting your actual card number. Even if someone could intercept whatever's happened between the reader and your card, it's useless. Use Apple Pay or Google Pay on your smartphone. These work basically the same way as contactless payments, and they're even more secure than a physical card. Personally, I use Google Pay whenever possible. It also allows me to have, several different cards available to me, even though I might not actually be carrying the physical card with me at the time. They're all just stored in my phone. Note that you generally have to authenticate at payment time via a password, a PIN, or biometrics in order to use these apps. It's really, honestly, it's quick and convenient. Do cover the keypad when you're entering your PIN. Now, you might think of this when there are people nearby who could shoulder surf, as it's called, and see what you're entering. But with today's mobile phone cameras, they could actually be quite a ways away and still be able to record something that captures you entering your PIN. Avoid sketchy card readers if you can. Gas pump skimmers are the most common. Pay inside when possible, or even better, use that Tap to Pay at the pump if it has the capability, and more of them do. Okay, what about online? Well, when paying online, probably more common than in person these days, there are other steps you can take to protect yourself. Use virtual card numbers. Many banks and credit card companies offer these. They're temporary, unique card numbers tied to your real account. Even if they're stolen, they can't be reused. I've written about privacy.com in the past. Privacy.com numbers are locked to the first merchant you use them with. While it's technically a debit card, Privacy.com numbers can also include spending limits and can be closed or invalidated in an instant. Don't save your card number on shopping websites if you can avoid it. Now, I get that this is convenient and I will admit to doing it, but only with sites I really know and trust. The reality is that the more places your number is stored, the more chances it has to be stolen. Use PayPal or similar services as a middleman. What many people don't realize is that for many sites that offer payment via PayPal, you may not need a PayPal account. PayPal can simply act as the credit card processor. The merchant never sees your real card number. Now, of course, PayPal may encourage you to create a real PayPal account, but it's usually not required at all. Similar services include things like Stripe or Square or Link or others. Make sure to only shop on sites with HTTPS and the padlock icon in your browser. Now, this is the default these days, so honestly, it's highly unlikely you'll not see an HTTPS, but if you do see only HTTP, there's a very good chance your browser is going to warn you. HTTPS is important because it prevents your information, including credit card information, from being captured by someone listening in to the digital conversation. Lack of HTTPS can also sometimes be a sign of a malicious site attempting to fool you into entering your credit card information. And of course, watch for phishing emails pretending to be stores or banks. Phishing attempts take various forms, but some include asking you to verify your card. That's never needed. Some general safety habits related to credit cards. Set up transaction alerts with your bank or credit card company so you get a text or an email for every charge. This will help you catch fraud really fast. In some cases, you may need to set a minimum transaction amount for which to get alerts. Set this as low as is allowed so that you get alerts for as many transactions as possible. Use a credit card instead of a debit card for purchases. Credit cards have stronger fraud protection, whereas a stolen debit card hits your actual bank account directly. Monitor your account online and look for unexpected transactions. Set up online account access and check it from time to time. Honestly, it's just not enough to check the paper statement you might get in the mail once a month. By then, it's often much too late. If you find something irregular, contact your credit card company immediately. Check your credit reports at annualcreditreport.com. You can get free reports from all three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Beware of other sites offering free credit reports. They are often scams. And consider a credit freeze if you're worried about somebody opening new accounts in your name. It's free and doesn't affect your existing cards. My strongest suggestion overall is that as much as possible, you start using Tap to Pay in person. Not only is it convenient, it doesn't share your credit card number with anyone. My number 2 suggestion is that you use virtual card numbers for any online purchases you're not 100% certain about. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/190672. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.